The harsh reality about our society nowadays is that parents are at the peak of compromise. I've seen some kids, say my mom drinks a lot, or my dad drinks a lot, or my dad cheats on my mom. Or, where did you hear that from? My dad. Where did you hear that kind of language from? My mom and her friends. When did you start drinking? Oh, my mom and her friends say drink. So it's just like we cannot drink. This is a 15-year-old girl who's been told it's okay to take alcohol at that age by her parents. So when a third party comes to tell her to say alcohol isn't good for you, is she going to listen? No. So it's tug of war between the parents and whichever entity of society, whether school, in church, Sunday school, we're fighting each other. Parents, we pacify our kids with these worldly possessions, money, phones. Parents, we pacify our kids with these worldly possessions, for example, money, phones, clothes, take them for holidays, promise them things, pocket money, allowances. Are they bad? No. But they're not a substitute for parenting. That's the difference. This friend of mine, she called me and she was crying, talking about her child. I won't even specify the gender. Her child who was doing very well in school, right? So they thought, okay, we can give her. Let's like she's responsible enough. Let's get her a car. They got her a car, laptop, phone, and everything. A month in, they get a phone call. Police. Come here. Are you so-and-so's parent? Yes, come. She goes there. Finds the daughter with a number of other boys. What were they found doing? Recording porn in her car, smoking weed, drinking alcohol. Packed in a mall. And the very night, this girl asked the mother for permission to say, oh, mommy, my friends are having a dinner at whatever restaurant. Can I go? Oh, yeah, you can go. Here's some pocket money. So they were arrested. They created that porn, right? They were streaming to whatever site that was. That video is currently online. They are failing to pull it down. Premature incentives. Parents don't know half the things their kids are doing on those gadgets. And all you're seeing is face value, like, oh, innocent baby. In here, what they're learning, that you're not in control of. You don't send them to church. You don't read the word with them in the home. You don't prioritize God in your home. You don't teach your children to pray, to study the word of God. You think they'll magically be good in this society, in this age right now? Like you don't know that this word is being ruled by the prince of evil. It's in the Bible. Like you don't know that the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Like you haven't heard how many kids have been dying, teenagers, young adults, from drug abuse, accidents, suicide, and premature pregnancies, dying of abortions. You want to be adamant and just be naive? You think your child will wake up and just be good? You think your child will just wake up and know the word of God? What does the Bible say what does the Bible mean when it says train up a child in the way they should go so that when they grow they shouldn't depart from it? What way are you supposed to train your child in? How to be a vlogger? How to be an influencer? How to go on TikTok? And some parents are like, oh, she likes TikTok. Oh, he likes TikTok. He's a vlogger. He's an influencer. You don't even know the half of what you're getting your children into. You know? And this the Gen Z, I would say we need to correct really the misdeeds that we've done as parents with this Generation Z, because they have lost it. If you look at how our kids are dressing, how they talk, how they walk. The other day I was looking at this young boy in a group of gay boys, young, and he's dressed the part, but he looks uncomfortable. And I'm feeling sorry for this boy, because he's not fitting in. But see, society forces him to conform, because even influence, peer pressure. But if nobody's saying anything, we'll lose our generation. If nobody is calling out these things for what they are, we'll lose our generation. These youngsters, if you ask them, what does it mean to be born again? They don't know. Who is Jesus? He's like the Son of God. Okay, anything else? Nothing. He was born on Christmas Day. That's it. You think that child will never be attacked by the devil when they go to college? You think Lucifer will leave them alone and, okay, it's fine, they don't know anything, let's just leave them alone? No. He's after them to still kill and destroy. Whose loss is it? Your loss. We are burying more of our children than our parents buried more of us. What are we doing wrong that they were doing that we are not doing? We are burying more of our children than they buried us. We are giving more freedom than our children need. We think our parents were old-fashioned not to give us the freedom that we needed. Because even as strict as our parents were, we still managed to mess up our lives. What about these kids who are giving absolute freedom? Do you think they'll survive any better than we did? We need to wake up, really. We need to wake up. Don't be too naive and adamant. Your kids will shock you with the amount of information that they know that you think they don't know. Because you go to bed at night, they stay up with their gadgets. They go to school with their friends. You're not there. You don't know the company that they have at school, in the neighborhood. You think you can control them, the amount of hours that you have with them in the home, active hours, because you work. So when you come from work, let's say you get home at 6. You're in bed at 9? 3 hours a day is what you're spending with your child. 3 hours. Calculate that in a week. How are you accounting for the rest of the hours? And what are they listening to if it's not you? Think about it. Think about it. The girl child has to be guided. We can't allow our kids to dress up anyhow way they want. And again, someone said that the problem is with us, the parents, because even we have an identity crisis ourselves. And I've said this before, because even the men are in the club with their sons, fighting for the same girlfriends as their sons. Identity crisis. There's a lot of changing that has to be done by everyone. It's going to have to be a group effort. Otherwise, it's the same as seeing people going down the slope, sliding, going to death. And tomorrow we should be mourning and consoling each other. Condolences, that's all we know how to do, to console each other in death, but not to prevent it when people are still alive. We need to change. We need to change. Be family oriented. Money is not everything. Money doesn't take it. You won't die with money. If you can take care of your family's necessities, don't be selfish and substitute the very little time you have to spend with your children making extra money that will ruin them, won't contribute to their livelihood, won't build their characters. Fathers are no longer mentoring their children. They're leaving it up to society. Oh, he'll grow, he'll find out. How will he find out? We need to make a change. And it has to be a collective effort by everyone.